Hey guys, Bill Soriano from Pittsburgh. It is Sunday morning, August 20th, 2023. We're coming to the end of the summer here, more than halfway through the year now. So it's time for our weekly smart money outlook overview for the week of 8/21. 23, which Forex trading obviously starts tonight, Sunday night, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and that's the week of 8/21. So during this session, we go through all 28 Forex pairs. I do this session every Sunday, and I drop the video in my group here, my Facebook. Let's see, let me show you that real fast here. Facebook Smart Money Trading Academy group. So if you are watching this video on somewhere other than this group, then make sure that you get in touch with me so that I can add you to this group here. So yesterday we did the session where we went over the trades from last week. So on Saturday, we go through all the trades that executed the week before, and I show you what, when, and where, or what, or when, where, and why I would have taken the trade on these sessions here. So we go through all of them. And now today we're going to go over all 28 pairs. We'll identify the daily trend bias. We'll identify the 4-hour order block to trade from going with that daily bias. We'll get our point of interest inside of that 4-hour order block, and we'll set our alert there at our point of interest. I use a free indicator I show you how to use to help you identify these order blocks if you're new to trading. These order blocks must meet 3 criteria all the time. They must lead to a break of structure. They must have an engulfing candle after the banker candle, and they must cause imbalance. The order blocks must not have already been mitigated or touched. And once the 4-hour point of interest alert goes off, we go down to the 15-minute chart. We wait for our entry model, which is the lower time frame flip. And that's what I show you on Saturday, where we go through all the trades that executed during the week, and I show you where, when, and why we would have taken that trade and what the result would have been. And so as far as results in July, there were 33 trade opportunities. We had 21 wins, 12 losses, a 64% win rate, and a 30% gain on our account. That's assuming we would have taken every trade and that we would have done a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio on each trade, which is what we do. So far in the month of August, we have 11 trades that have gone off, 7 wins, 4 losses, a 64% gain on our account, and a 64% win rate, and a 10% gain on our account. Now, again, all trades are 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio trades. We risk 1% to get 2%. So at the time we set our limit orders, we also set our stop loss and our take profit so that we can get in and out of the trades. And if we lose, we only lose 1%. If we win, we make 2%. The reason why this is the model we use is because we can lose 2 trades out of 3 and still break even. So you can break even winning just 33% of your trades, and you can make money winning just 40% or 4 out of 10 trades, 2 out of 5 trades, right? So that's why we use this entry model, the 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio on all trades. And again, we're winning 64% of our trades in the month of August. So that's what we're looking to do today. We're going to go through all the pairs, and we're going to try to identify a 4-hour point of interest and set an alert there. Okay. So let's get started. Let's try to get through them here fast. There were very few trades last week, so most of the charts are probably still going to be marked up from last week, and we're probably still going to be able to use those points of interest. But let's just see what it looks like. First step is go to the daily chart. We want to identify what the bias is, what the daily trend bias is. This one obviously is bearish. We're going to put on our indicator. It's our Smart Money Concepts Lux Algo indicator. And it's going to give us some order blocks to trade from. Like I said, about 80% of the time it's correct. Sometimes it's just not correct. And And so to identify the order block, though, we want to drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Okay. So as not to get confused here, let me go in here because in the settings here, we really don't need this showing up on the daily chart. Okay. So the default. Okay. So as you can see here, we had some recent breaks of structure to the downside here. So our order block that we had all the way up here is just no longer valid for us. We have an order block right here that we could possibly trade from. There's also one further up here. So this one here, we don't really have an engulfing candle after our banker candle. And again, if you don't understand those terms, I went over a lot of terms here when I went over what we're going to do today. If you don't know what break of structure is, order blocks, point of interest, imbalance, engulfing candles, all that stuff, then you need to register for my 9-part Smart Money Concepts video series. So make sure you get with me so I can send you a link to register for that. You'll get one video a day for 9 days, and that'll teach you all this stuff. You also get a couple of bonuses for that when you do that as well. So make sure you do that if you don't know what I'm talking about, because I can't go through and explain that on every session here. It would just take too long. So with this here, we're going to go ahead and trying to see what I want. I'm going to use, I don't have any imbalance here. There's really no imbalance here. So I don't, I'm not a big fan here of this candle right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify this 4-hour area. And then we're going to drop down, see if we can drop down to the 1-hour chart and see a candle in there that makes a little more sense to use, right? And I really don't see one. I'm looking for, an engulfing candle after this banker candle, and I'm really not getting one. So I don't like any of those areas to trade from. So we're just gonna leave this marked up as it is right now. Let's look at this area here real fast, see if there's anything inside of here that we can use on the 1-hour. And again, there's just nothing there I like. Could possibly use this right here. So I'm going to use that candle right there, and we're going to put a point of interest alert right there. Let's go back to the 4-hour. You can see that we have that inside of our order block here. And if we, when we're done, we turn off Lux Algo, and it just shows us everything there that we're looking at. We're going to get rid of this order block up here because it's just too far up there, no longer valid for us. And we don't do this one here either. Okay, let's go to Odd Chef now. Odd Chef, if we look on, obviously very bearish order flow. Get back to the 4-hour chart here. Seeing we had break of structure. We have a nice engulfing candle up here, so we can definitely move down to this area right here. And our point of interest alert is going to go at the open of that banker candle. It's at that last blue candle before this big push down that caused the break of structure, leaves imbalance behind, and there's an engulfing candle right after it. So it meets all the criteria for us that we want. And we're going to put that alert right there. And it looks like we have some areas here that we can get rid of here. Right. AUDJPY. First, we always want to go to the daily chart, see what the order flow is. The order flow here was very bullish. right? We do see these couple moves down here, but this isn't sufficient enough here. This really, to me, isn't even a choke. So let's see what we're looking at here. We're trying to go bullish. And, we have this consolidation here inside of this last range from high to low here, which really can't trade anything from there, right? So we still have to come really all the way down. If we're trying to buy this, we have to come all the way down to here right now. It's giving us some order blocks to sell from here, the indicator is. But again, we don't want to sell because we're still going with a daily trend bias being bullish. So we don't want to try to sell this week. We just want to try to buy it. And so, really this order block here is the only one we can use. We would need to get a break of structure somehow to the upside here in order for us to be able to identify another area to trade from, because right now we're just inside of a consolidation inside of this big range here, right? It's just kind of consolidating in there, and we really don't want to trade anything during this time, So we need this to either come down to here, or we need a break of structure above this area right here. And then that would enable us to possibly, identify an order block down here to trade from. We'd like to see that break of structure come all the way up here, but it doesn't necessarily have to. So, we could put a break of structure alert on this line. I do that sometimes here. And then I just put break of structure here. So when I come to the chart, after the alert goes off, I know that it's not actually a trading alert. It's just a break of structure alert. AUDNZD. Again, guys, I've been doing these sessions for free for a long time now. At the end of this, I'm going to tell you that, starting in September, you're no longer going to be able to get access to these sessions completely free. There's something I'm going to need you to do. There's a program I'm going to need you to join me in that's going to help you, earn some money so that you'll be able to fund your trading account or earn money to take a challenge. So, and I'll tell you about that at the end of this session. It's going to be very inexpensive, but you will have to join me in that, and I'll tell you about that at the end here. So anyway, let's look at the daily chart here. Wait, let me go back to AUDJPY. Did I? Okay, yeah, I was in the right place. Okay. This is AUDNZD. So on the daily chart, we a little bit harder to identify the trend here. So if we look at our moving averages, the trend is kind of telling us that this is bearish right now, right? So the last big move was a bearish move down. We did get some moves up, which caused a choke and also a choke plus, but then price moved right back down again. So we're going to look to take this down. And so we were looking for a break of structure earlier. And you see here, it's giving us this order block, but this was already mitigated and reacted off of, okay? So we don't want that order block anymore. We can't trade from this order block yet until we get a break of structure. Okay, so we're just waiting for this break of structure alert to go off here. We can maybe move it up a little bit, see what happens during the week. Then, of course, during the week, usually on Tuesday evenings, I go through all the pairs again to see if there's any changes that allow me to move my order blocks and point of interest. If I get new breaks of structure, going with the trend. Okay, so on the daily chart, we are looking at this. This is bearish on the daily chart. And we do have this order block right here, which is still valid. So we're still going to trade from that order block that's already set. Daily chart here on CAD Chef is bearish. And on the 4-hour, okay, so now we did get a break of structure to the downside here. Okay, and this, you could see here that this order block has already been hit. So this is a potential trading opportunity already for next week here. So what we could do is we can identify because we got this break of structure, it's a very, very not really, big break of structure. I'm trying to think the word I'm looking for, but we did get a break of structure. We did get a close below that wick of that candle there. So that validates this order block here. Okay. And so our point of interest inside of that order block is right here. So it's already been hit. So this is actually set up for a sell for next week. So we would want to watch this next week. We'll drop down to the 15-minute and we'll wait for our entry model on the 15-minute, which right now we would need to, if we just shut this off for a second, we would need to get a break of structure right here before we can get our change of character or our choke, and then we can identify our order block to trade from. But that's something I go over on Saturdays. So watch yesterday's video in the group if you want to see that, or any video from a Saturday where I go over the trade recap for the week. All right. Okay, let's go to CADJPY. This one. Very, very bullish, right? Seems to be bullish on the daily. And we have this order block here that we are looking to trade from, right? So that's already set. Let's see here. CHF, JPY. We just did CAD. CHF, JPY here on the daily. We're bullish, very bullish on the daily. Let's see what's going on here. We did get a break of structure to the upside here. And again, that's what we were looking for. So just get rid of this stuff here. So again, this order block here, what don't I have? I don't have an engulfing candle. So this order block's now valid because of that break of structure that we got. I would say we have this order block down here. So if we identify this area, if we drop down to the 1 hour, let's see if we can find a engulfing candle inside of there that makes sense to use. Okay. And you can see here that right here, we have this last up candle before the down move here. Oh, wait a second. Let me look at this again. Last down candle before this up move, right? So if we drop down to the 1 hour, put this again here. Here's really where we want to trade from up here. Now this is going the wrong way. Yeah, see, I really don't see anything on here that I like. So we're gonna stay with this area right here. We're gonna assume that this area right here could possibly be a fake out, and that price is gonna come down to this zone here before it actually really reacts back to the upside. EUR AUD. This is very bullish. When we look at the 4 hour here, we did get some recent breaks of structure. We have a very good area right here, nice engulfing candle. So we can definitely trade from that area, right? And that allows us to move our point of interest up to here. And that's where we could set our alert. And we could get rid of this point of interest right here. EURCAD. See what we got here on the daily chart. We are still what appears to be bullish here on the daily chart. And it looks like we were trying to sell this. Let me look at this one more time. So the trend was definitely bullish. Now we did get a choke right here and a choke plus, which gives us our change of trend, right? So that's why we're looking to trade from this area right here. Okay. So even though, yeah, I don't really like that. So I'm gonna say that scroll up. Did get a choke plus, but then when we get this move back up, that kind of invalidates that. So I'm going to get rid of this order block here. We're going to look to take this back up here. So now we're going to look for price to come down here. And let's see, we have a couple areas here. We have a couple areas that we could trade from here. We have some imbalance, right? And so we could kind of identify this whole zone here. And I'm going to put my point of interest right here. So last week I was looking at this as being bearish. And the reason for that was when you go back to the daily chart here, even though all of our moving averages, were up here, they were coming down, but we were still above the 200-day. We had this move down here that broke this structure here, gave us a change of character. We got a pullback, and we got that second break of structure, which gives us a change of trend. But then what's happened is that we start moving back up, and we kind of invalidate that choke plus, I call it, or a change of trend, because we get this move right back up. Okay. So if it didn't come all the way up and break structure to the upside here, then we could possibly say that the bias for this is bearish. But right now, it still looks bullish to me. So that's what we're going to go with. EURCHF, we got a bearish order flow here. As you can see, we have this order block marked up. We now have another order block here that has been hit. So, see, this is the reason why these alerts didn't go off, is because we didn't have this order block marked up. We've got a new break of structure to the downside, okay? And our point of interest would be right here. So our point of interest is already hit. Let's see if I can get a point of interest thing. Point of interest is already hit, so this is already set up for a sell. So we just drop down to the 15-minute here. Once the market opens, and we'll be able to see what that looks like. If we just do it right now, we could see that we would need to get a break of structure right here, right, in order to get that change of character that tells us it's safe to trade. Because price could just keep moving up. We don't trade off of the 4-hour order blocks, right? We don't trade off of that 4-hour point of interest. Once it's hit, we drop down to the 15-minute and we wait for our confirmation, which is a lower time frame flip. Let's go to EURGBP. This is bearish order flow. And on the 4-hour, we're trading off of this order block up here. So that still appears to be valid. This order block I don't like, so I'm going to stay with that one. However, there is kind of an order block right here that we could trade from. So I'm going to set a point of interest right here. I'm going to set an alert right here, but I'm also going to leave the other one on there as well, because this just may be a false order block, or a fake out, as we call it. Okay, so let's go to the daily. Here we're on EURJBP, JPY, I'm sorry. Bullish order flow. We have our order block marked up right here. And it looks like we probably got our point of interest line here from the 1-hour chart. So we're waiting for price to come down to here before moving back up. So our alert's already set there from last week. We go to EURNZD, we're bullish, and we have our alert already set here from last week, right? So we get a break of structure, price does come down. We're going to stick with this area down here. Yes, definitely. Let me just see something real fast here. Okay. I like this order block right here, so I'm going to stick with that. There could be an order block right here, but it looks like after a break of structure, it's already been hit. And I don't like it as much as this one down here. GBP, USD, we're into the GBP pairs here, right? Daily chart, we are still in an uptrend, right? Still in an uptrend, and we're still looking to hit this area down here that looks like may have been hit a couple times already. So looks like it already reacted once, it already reacted twice, so I'm not sure why we're still looking to trade from it. But we'll have to see what happens here during the week as that goes off. Again, another EUR pair in our list here somehow. Daily order flow. Right now, we're still bullish, right? And it looks like this area here has been hit, right? I don't know. It looks like our alert went off. So this is one that we probably need to identify here during the week. We're going to set this up as a buy for the week. And on the 15-minute chart here, we would just look for, let's see here, did we go lower? We did go lower. So we look for this break of structure probably right around here in order to get our choke. Okay, so we'll have to look at that when the market opens here at 5 p.m. Eastern time. GBP AUD, very bullish. And we do have a new order block right here that we could trade from. And you see that the indicator did give it to us as well. So because we had that break of structure, that now identifies this area right here as a valid order block. So we could put our point of interest right there, and we can get rid of this one right here. Okay, GBP CAD, again, looking on the daily, we are bullish still. And on the 4-hour, we do have, let's see, we have an order block right here we could trade from. We do have some imbalance. The indicator doesn't want to give it to us. We also have one here, but this is too close to the recent break of structure. I don't like to use these ones that are too close to a recent break of structure, So I think going down here to this one is a little bit better for us. This order block, it's a big order block wick to wick, and we would put our point of interest at the open of the banker candle right there. GBP CHF, we go to the daily chart. We're going to be, we could see this big consolidation here, right? Big consolidation. This one here, you just don't even want to, you don't see nothing here that you like. We need to get a break of structure here to the downside, or, we could possibly, get a break of structure to the upside and then trade that way. But right now, if you look at the moving averages, you would say that it's bearish, right? So you'd probably want to get a break of structure to the downside. That's where we have our alert set right now, the red line with the alert. And so if that goes off, we know that we can identify an order block to trade from. But right now, there's just nothing there. This, very bullish. GBP, JPY has been very bullish here. And we still have our order block set up here. And so we do have a new order block here that we could possibly trade from. So it could just be a fake out. It's a small area. So, price may just move right through it and invalidate it, but it's still worth us to put an alert here Because again, we don't trade off of these 4-hour points of interest alert, right? We drop down to the 15-minute, wait for a confirmation. We wait for that break of structure, which gives us a choke or a change of character. And then we can identify where to place our limit order to take our trade. So more than likely, this is a very small area. Price may just move right through it and invalidate it and then go to the area down below. So I'm going to leave both alerts there. But there's a chance it doesn't, right? GBP NZD has been bullish as well. Again, we have, let's see. Yeah, we don't really have any, we did get breaks of structure to the upside, but we don't have any order blocks to trade from. So we're going to keep our order block right here that we have already selected, and we have our alert already set on that. NZD CAD, we have a bearish order flow on this one. And we have this order block right here. We did get a break of structure to the downside, and that did give us a new order block. Okay, so we can actually get rid of this one now. And it looks like we already have that point of interest may just not, it looks like it was hit, but I'm not sure it was. So we're going to identify this area, right? We have a nice engulfing candle after the banker candle. We have imbalance. It looks like to me that that point of interest was not hit. It was hit. So the point of interest was hit. So we can mark this up as a sell already. We don't need to set an alert because our point of interest line's already been hit. And if we would drop down to the 15-minute here, right, we would look for a break of structure, probably right about here, that would give us that choke or change of character that would tell us it's now safe to take this down, right? So that's what we're looking at there. NZD CHF got a big bearish downtrend on this. The order flow is definitely down. Looking at the 4-hour, we did get a new break of structure. We have a new area that we could trade from, but I don't like the, and we don't get an engulfing candle here. And actually here, that area was already hit. So let's see if we can find something on the 1-hour chart here. If we just highlight this, drop down to the 1-hour, and there's nothing I like on the 1-hour either. So don't like nothing on this. So we're just going to leave our alert where we have it. We're going to wait for price to come all the way back up to here. This area here has already been hit. So price already mitigated this area. It already liquidated. It took all the money out. They took the money from this area. So the next logical area for it to hit is up here. NZD-JPY, if we look on the daily chart, we are bullish. Still very bullish. And we have our point of interest line marked up here, which must be from the 1-hour candle. And so we're just waiting for price to come down there and hit that. NZD-USD. Again, on the daily chart, we are bearish. Right? Bearish. We look at the 4-hour. This area here, I don't like. Again, it's already been, oh no, it hasn't been hit. Okay, so we got a new break of structure to the downside. We have a nice engulfing candle here. So I'm going to highlight this area here. I'm going to put my point of interest line right here. So that has not been hit after the break of structure. Okay, so we don't get a break of structure till this candle here, and it does not get hit. It gets hit on the wick right here, but we don't have a break of structure yet. So this area is clean to me. I'm going to put my alert right there, and I can remove my alert from up here. Right? USD CAD. So this one, we're already waiting for a trade here. This is already marked up for a sell from Friday, right? Price came up, it hit our point of interest here. So we already have our red line where our breakup structure needs to get to in order for us to look to take this trade down, right? A couple more pairs left. USD CHF, I think this was our only winning trade from last week, right? So let's remove the drawings on here. We're still very bearish on this. And look at that one more time. Yeah, very bearish order flow. We would need to get a move all the way up here to get a change of character. Well, we could get a move back down, and that could maybe give us a move up and give us a change of character. But we're very bearish here. And so our order block, this is giving us some bullish order blocks. We don't obviously want to trade from them. We need to come all the way over to here. Now, okay. So we have a beautiful candle right here with a nice engulfing after it. We got imbalance, everything we need. So this looks like an area, a logical area the price will move back to before reacting. And USD JPY. Daily chart is bullish. We have some new breakup structures here. So let's see. The indicator is giving us a bearish one, which we don't want. And we still have this one marked up down here. However, we got this area right here that we can also trade from. So we do have an engulfing candle right there. We're going to use this red candle right here for our point of interest line. So we're going to move our point of interest up here. Okay, because if it invalidates it, no big deal. But if we get a reaction off it, we drop down to the 15-minute. If we don't get a 4-hour candle closing below this area, then, it's still valid. We could see what's going on. So what we've done here, guys, is we've gone through and we've marked up all 28 pairs. We've gone through all 28 pairs I have in my watch list here. We've identified the daily trend bias. We were able to identify a 4-hour order block going to trade from with that trend bias, right? So if the daily trend bias is bullish, we only want a bullish order block to trade from, right? We only trade with the higher time frame trend, which is the daily trend. Okay. We identify a point of interest inside of that 4-hour order block, and we set our alert there. Now we were able to do that on most pairs. Some of the pairs we couldn't do that, right? Couldn't find anything we liked, or the pair was consolidating inside of a bigger range. And so we set some breakup structure alerts, right? So once those alerts go off, then I can maybe come back to the chart and identify a 4-hour area to trade from and set an alert at. So again, these order blocks, I use the free indicator, the Lux Algo, Smart Money Concepts. The order blocks must lead to a breakup structure, must have an engulfing candle, and must cause imbalance, right? If you don't understand what that means, then make sure you get with me so you register for my free 9-part Smart Money Concepts video series. I'll send you the link to register for that. And if you're ready to just join our community, guys, get access to everything we have a community of over 6,000 traders right now. We have some bonuses going on where you're going to get some live sessions with our experts in the community. Think like you get a live one-on-one session with one of the experts in our community if you join here, and you can also save $50. The company does offer a 7-day money-back guarantee as well. So if you try everything out, you don't like it, you can get your money back as long as you're within that 7-day window from the company. But you're going to get access to everything we have in our community, all of our training, all of our recorded training, all of our indicators, our proprietary indicator, our live training 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. You're going to get access to everything at the company that we're with, right? The harmonic scanner, the smart monics, all the educators that we have there, live sessions, many live sessions during the week, all times of days, no matter where you're at in the world. and you get access to all of this stuff when you join our community. So make sure you get with me if you want the link to that to join today. And I'll tell you about the bonuses that we have going on when you get back to me, and also how you can save $50 right now if you do that right away. But again, if you just need my free free smart money concepts 9-part video course, then also drop me a note so I can send you the link to register for that. Now, what I was getting at earlier was I've been doing this for free, right? If you look in my group here, if you go through the group here, you will see that these videos, and what I do is like I say, I do this video, I drop it in here every Sunday where I go over all 28 pairs and mark up the order blocks and the points of interest on the 4-hour chart, 4-hour points of interest. On Saturday, I go through all the trades that went off. I keep track of them all in the journal. I showed you the journals here. There's July's journal here. I showed you the August journal so far, 7 wins, 4 losses, right? So we keep track of all this stuff. I also have images there. Also, what time of day the trade would have executed. I keep track of that. I also keep track of, like I said, we get out once we get that 2-hour gain, but I keep track to see how many go to maybe 3, 4, or 5-hour before they come back down to where we get in. Right. So I do all this for you, and I do it all for free, guys. And then during the week, as the trades go off, I also put chart markups in here of the trades. And then on Saturday, like I said, I do a video, go through all the trades. I do a replay on it, use the replay feature on TradingView, show you what, when, and where, why, when, and what do I want to say? Show you why, when, and where we took the trade from, right? Or where, when, and why. Where we went, where we took the trade, when we took it, and why. So I go over those 3 W's for you, because a lot of people were telling me, oh, you're not telling us why you take the trade, right? So this is everything. And you get all this for free, but starting in September, you're going to have to join me in this escape room challenge here. This is going to help you. It's affiliate marketing. You're going to get a free funnel. Make your own website. You get some done for you funnels there where you could start selling the product, but you're going to be able to earn 80% commission selling this affiliate product. This isn't a network marketing or MLM. And a lot of people have stigma with that, don't like it. This is just an affiliate marketing. They pay 80% commissions. So what will happen is most people who are new to trading Forex, they learn the strategy, but then they have no money to trade with. Right? So this will help you earn money to fund your own trading account, or you can earn money to take a funded challenge, get a $5,000, $25,000, $50,000 or more funded trading account after you pass that challenge. And you'll be able to pass the challenge once you go through training and once you see what all is going on. But once you do join this, $25 a month, guys, that's all it is. So, it's not going directly to me. It goes to this company, but I do earn 80% commission or $20 a month from it. And that will enable me to keep doing this live training for the people that take me up on this challenge. But you get a 2-for-1 for your $25. You get continued access to my training, and you also get the free funnel builder, the affiliate marketing system there, and you're able to earn 80% commissions. So definitely look at this. Click on this link here. And this will be the new group, Forex Smart Money Supremacy, where these videos will be dropped into. They will no longer be free. They'll also be put on YouTube, but you won't have access to them unless you get into the group. They'll be unlisted videos on YouTube. So that's what we're looking at, guys. So have a great week coming up trading. And make sure that if you're watching this video on another social media site like YouTube or wherever, that you do get into my Forex Smart Money Trading Academy group here, and that you also take this escape plan challenge as soon as possible so that you don't lose access to my training. Okay, and you're also able to start earning money, affiliate commissions here, so that you can fund your trading account or have money to take a challenge. So Bill Soriano from Pittsburgh, guys, have a great day. Have a great week.